In our studies yesterday, we spoke about the study of the nature of man. People are strange. People wonder why we still call the leader of Future for America, Elder Jeff, why we call him Elder. I'd like to recommend a series of presentations to you. The first week of December 2019. At camp meeting in Fiji, and it was a series about Millerite history. I'll tell you the person's name. Sister Brody Lambert. So it's well worth your while watching that series of presentations. It's only about perhaps 4 or 5 presentations. It's not many. The reason why I bring that point up now, I'm sure that all of you hold William Miller in high esteem. In fact, after the separation, after his rebellion, after 1844, after October, they would still refer to him as Father Miller when they spoke about him. But what Sister Brody brings up is that even before October, William Miller is in open rebellion, open rejection to the second angel's message. Now, I'm not trying to make any prophetic significance about the timing, but just to say, the reason why the newly formed Adventist Church and why we call Miller why we call him Father Miller or a prophet is because we recognize his prophetic role in history. And of course, Future for America today, in order to defend their position, they are required to destroy our prophetic position, our prophetic role in history. When I say our role, I mean Elder Tess's and myself. So we recognize and we promote the studies and the material that Elder Jeff did at the very beginning of his ministry when he represented the first angel's message. And all we do is identify the things that he said that were wrong, whilst recognizing why those mistakes happened. So we've done a number of presentations addressing this issue. So we identify him as being Elder Jeff Pippinger in recognition of the work that he was commissioned to do by God for this movement. But when it comes to our studies, Future for America have had to do a U-turn. There is an abundant amount of testimony where not only Elder Jeff, but many of the others promote our material. They publicly acknowledge that we were raised up to do the work that we did. And now they have to undo all of that work. So on their internet servers, they destroy all the evidence that we even existed in this in the movement. They try to wipe away our testimony. And people who they would not accept in the past, they now accept with open arms. Has everybody heard of the name Brother Chawatu? Chawatu. Yeah. The brother from Europe, United Kingdom. You should have all heard of that name and understood his contribution to the progression of this movement. So, if I said Brother Chawatu, and I said, what did he contribute? What's his name? What is his name associated with? We're not sure? Yes. Does everybody know that? Something called Rapha and Panium was brought into the movement by Brother Chawatu and his wife. And even though he's no longer in the movement, even though we believe he is strayed away, we recognize his contribution. What's interesting is that if you try to search his material on the internet, it's extremely difficult to find any traces of it. And at the time, he was recognized or identified as the Midnight Cry Messenger. Samuel Snow. And that identification came directly from Future for America. The only reason I mention that is not to say anything ill towards my brother and sister. But just to identify the fact that their studies have been obliterated from the public domain. You can only find a few scattered studies. Their studies came to view in 2016. And everybody understands the contribution that they made. If you see their testimony in comparison to the testimony of Elder Tess, if you count all the material that's on the internet currently, if you were to count how many presentations that she has, all of her material, it runs into hundreds of hours. And even though Future for America tried to obliterate that information, they were not successful. So a testimony remains and continues to grow. The reason why I mention all of that is because 2 years ago, 2.5 years, the study of the nature of man was presented to this movement. So in the autumn of 2017, when that presentation, when those studies began, they touched the heart of Elder Jeff. And he testified that in the preceding months, during the summer of 2017, God had been speaking to him. God had been speaking to him and had convicted him that there was a portion of the message that was missing. It had never been put into the public domain as part of the third angel's message. And that portion was the study on the nature of man. I can't say like you because I don't know you. But like me, he had associated with people in a similar circle than I had. He'd even worked for one of the major independent ministries in Adventism. So he had very strong opinions on the subject of the nature of Christ. The nature of Christ is the same study as the nature of man. They're the same study. He had very rigid and fixed views on the truth of that subject. I'm sure that most of you are not aware that there was a sister in our movement who had a love and a passion for this subject. I don't know if you have watched past presentations that are 2, 3, 4 years old, 5 years old even.
Akoi nan chewe ke wo piu ke lo ke lerun ke dit run ke wan tuen chelo.
There was a ministry, a fellowship in the United States.
Yena no nga kunum tite ri to ke kanisa pande America.
It was in the northwest.
Eto bian tuen te lokong chu te pande America.
Near the Canadian border, right in the top left-hand corner of America.
Ketia kene udun de pande America etia kene yen.
It's in the same locality that Elder Jeff Pippinger used to work when he was a regular Adventist.
Ene tum kene ene te on to ele jep to en ke rane to de kanisa de 7 days ene ke ti yen nduki.
In that fellowship, there was a sister who was an expert on this subject.
Niye kanisa hii kikano nyan keda nyan to kinyi ye piu chere.
She was good friends with Elder Jeff,
Aye meti de ele jebre
and over the years,
kunurundi
they would communicate
akaye jamro.
because sometimes we touch this subject in an indirect fashion.
Kunitada kiye piu chi ayula jak le wango kike kinu ke yelwe bo ke yen jak.
And she was certain
Ku ke nyi bachop
that herself and Elder Jeff had exactly the same understanding on the nature of man.
ku ke nyi na de ye nin nyan ke den kene ku ele jep ake nang ade tin tum ade tin da chok a chang daran.
They had communication over the years, so she was certain.
Dungu ake ye jam nuruni ke dia ake chi nyi bachop.
2017,
Gana buro ku tir ku doro.
I begin to present or discuss the subject of the nature of man.
Wajal god ba piu ye ni chok a chang daran.
And because it's her favorite subject, she took particular interest in those studies.
Wachane ti nie ke piu nie rare go de ke nie rare nie piu nie ne loye.
I had known this sister previously,
Acha nyi te to tuen
not well,
ke chu nyi dare
but we were friends.
wo ke me.
I would venture to say that she had a level of confidence in my teachings.
Ku yen ale ba le la yen ye piu je ye gam re nang ti yen ne gam.
I was sent to do a mini camp meeting at their church, right in the top left-hand corner of the United States.
Ane ti jalo ba piu la loy le kanisa de ni yen tin ne ti chel pan yen to ni bia tuen ti lo chuit pan de America.
At this very time when I'm doing this subject.
Ni taron yen piu je ne ken.
So when I'm there,
Wantane ten
we end up having private meetings with myself and their local leadership team.
bo janang amar wan ke yen ku jela ko to ke dungo ke ye kanisa ken.
And immediately we begin to clash.
Kunia mari go ku woitin.
She believes that I'm teaching error on the subject of the nature of man.
Go gam na da kien en am piu raj dilong choga changdara.
And because it's so important to her,
Kunungu ye na tilum ke te ke jare tinongen.
she won't say, we'll agree to disagree.
Go lo ku jelwe yen acha gam bu woj.
She wants this issue fixed.
Akor beke chopin.
When I first began to teach this,
On gale na tuen ba ye piu ji balo piu da changdara.
at that school,
Ni etu ane
at Future for America,
the future for America.
Elder Jeff wasn't there.
Ele jebe liu ichi to.
He was on a mission trip
Ichi ja ichi lo bubela ni mo ko.
somewhere else.
Chelo de pe.
And he began to hear reports from this fellowship
Go jal kabar jal to. Dia kanisa jebele kanon kelora pichiro lo.
that I was teaching error.
Ana de ke pamenda apiu ya duong.
So he was confronted with an issue.
Ye na jal ye piu ji ke diri.
His close friends,
Mer ke are jo kan yen.
people that he'd known for many years,
Wa chi ga do ni ni ron chi.
one of whom was an expert on this subject,
Kurang tong de ke ko ke era tong to ke ni. Kwa ni are piu da changdara ni nya nya.
warned him
Boyen ya wai ya lek
that I was teaching error
nana de ko menda piu aduom
whilst he was away.
ke liwiye
And I was promoting this error from their school,
ku ye aduom kene a piu ji pamenda ni school deni
Future for America School.
future for America school deni
I didn't know any of that at the time.
akin kene cha ni ni taro na
I found out later that they were having this communication.
ja binyi ja le nana de ke ka jinang jam chirgana
So the reason I mention all of that,
ke ya ke ka jui ka lel ka dia
because just 2 short years ago,
ni runwan chilo karo
Elder Jeff is faced with a decision.
ke el jeb a ji jal ben ta ben nang lun bloy ben loj
He has a close friend that he's known for many, many years.
nang met ke chi gar da ni run chi jui
He's had much communication with this sister on this subject.
nang jam di chilo kurum chi ke ka jui ro ret ke ni nyang ke kana
She says,
go jalwe
we've always been in agreement, the sister and Elder Jeff.
ku je nyang ke ni dan ke ni jelwe yine de je wo ji dai to wo chi ma da ret ni ka jui chu ke ro
So when I start presenting on this subject,
kuna on je pa me da jel piu ji jeloi
she immediately recognizes that I'm teaching something different than she believes.
bo do ni de lan tung te nana de ko pa me da a piu ku wa ke ni ki ye gam
So as a faithful member of this movement,
ki ye ran tung ko no ngadut ni a kunu mi
she sends a message. I don't know if she sends it directly, the group does.
bo piu ke ni go le la cha ni nyan ne le nen ke le ko ki ping au te lo ro de le kina ya kunu ye le
To the leader of the movement saying, error is being taught at your school when you're not there.
ku je le na de ken aduom a piu chi ni su ku lui ke liu
So Elder Jeff decides not to do anything about it,
go el je go to de chin ko ar loi
and I continue to teach.
ku la pa me na twen ku loi piu
When he comes back to the school,
na wan le du chen ni su ku le
he begins to take a particular interest in this subject now.
go ben ku je piu nang bi ye piu chi ga chang da ra ne bi ge ke ber be piu
Because his close friends,
de mo me ke me teori ken yen
one of whom is an expert on this subject,
ran to ke ran to ke je piu chi are
has told him that I'm teaching error
ku ka chi le ke na de ke yen ran a piu ja duom
at his school.
ni su ku le
So he is nervous and concerned.
go ja nang a dier ku je piu nang bi ni jong lo ra
He doesn't tell me any of this.
a chin ki chi le ke ne ke dia
So he begins to listen to my presentations,
go piu piu chen ja ke lo go ke ja ping a bet
begins to ask me questions,
je le na te bal ju
begin to explain.
tem bedil jam
Elder Jeff is an extremely intelligent man.
ka ba le el de je era an to ke ra ni kang re
What might take you an hour to learn, he can learn in 5 minutes.
ke le bara pio ya bu ba de de bu pio ni ke chi ta ali bu pio ku de de ni digi ga ke di
See, if I had some new theory,
na tie ku le ni pio dan au pio ki ra ko ni da
like you do,
man ko ji we
and you say, I want to share my theory with you,
ko le nan ko ba ki dien ya ta ka ba ro mo we
and you've tried already here,
chi man chi we na tem mu ni ni we ben ku le nya ke de
you know you have to explain it to me 2 or 3 times before I begin to understand.
ke ka pet a ko ro ti no ngi na le ba le la i dia au wan a cha na go ja de ki ko ba le
You tell him once,
na le yen na tok
he understands it straight away.
ke ka de ni lan tung te
So it doesn't take him long to understand things.
ache daman bahari je chi jore cha na go kang de ti
I explain my understanding of this subject,
wo cho ka de din je li ye piu te cha chang de ra na go le ke
and he says,
go le
that's great,
le ke ne ke te ge re
it's a beautiful message,
le ke piu te ge re pya de re
just what the movement needs.
je ne ke ko ra ku no
And this wasn't just a private communication with me. He says publicly, over and over again, the same thought.
ache ke yu ja la le ne kwa ke ji ke ne won kam da won yen e ke ye le li jwa chi le na chi kut
Just so happens,
ke na chi ro loi
they have a camp meeting,
a chi ke nang piu chi ke loi ku ke ne
a Future for America.
ke Future for America
I'll do a short timeline.
ban yuat tin chen na lo tin
This is at the ministry that I go to, long weekend.
yen ken yen ke ti lo rat ti chen la tin ko lu piu chen la tin to de isbo
Where the sister lives.
yen di to nyan ke ni ale kan di piu tare
I'm doing a school of the prophets,
wen di ja to kuli ne pi yen ke de piu for America
and a few weeks later,
kuli isbo dia ki ala
we have an FFA camp.
mo ko na piu lo ro dan piu for America piu lo ro kuli piu lo ro
She comes to this camp meeting,
wo ben ye piu ji
and we have meetings,
jer ku nanga mat
discussions
ju ku nang jam
about what I'm teaching.
je ku ki ne ki ya piu ju ku jam
So this is not some instant decision by him. He has plenty of weeks to think about this.
a che ki lo ku je bo tang ni ta to ye ki che ne ko nang ta ma nang is bo te
This is 8 to 10 weeks.
le lo ku chi is bo ke bet ku chi bo ke ti
Long time.
da man di
So he's confronted with making a decision.
ye ne ja ben en jana ke loj
And his testimony is this.
ku ke chi le le ke
Whatever Parminder is teaching,
le na ne ke kriye ji ben piu ji pamenda
he agrees 100%.
aye gam emia ben ke chin ti te ge
What I was teaching is what he believes.
ke ye ne ke piu ji pamenda ben ye ne ke ye gam
And the sister says,
go nyan ke de ne go le
you must have changed your position now.
na de ke ni chi cho ke ti du ni ye ni ne piu ji ku gam tin a cha war men
This is the sister, this is me.
cuma na bien ni ka jala pamenda ko ya ka jala nyan ke de
She says,
go jalwen
Parminder and I are teaching different things.
ku jele na de ke en ku jala pamenda o piu ka wa
She says, you, Elder Jeff, choose which one.
ku jel jeb je yo yin elda jeb je loy da ye ko no baloj
He said,
go lwen
I choose Parminder.
go le ke kri pamenda en da cha loj
She says, why?
go le yo mo
Because it's error.
le ke ne adom
He says,
go lwen
I always believed it that way.
ku le ke ye na ya gam ya on te
She won't be disrespectful,
go nyan ke go kor bu cheriu
but the essence is she says you're lying.
eri ti lwen na ke yin interlet
She says, I have evidence
na de ke anon ki ye nyot
that you used to agree with me, the sister.
na de ke yin ne gam de ke ne ki ya gam ya
The sister's never changed.
ku ye nan ki ro war
And now I come,
ku men pamenda ti ben
suddenly,
ke nan kin ko lek to kan ti doi ben
if I teach reform lines, it's fine.
na pyo ke ne ti kin ku ti kin no
But now I'm meddling
ku ni ye men ke en a pyo ji ku wa
in a subject that I don't know anything about.
am pyo ye ne chinen a de tin pe to kan en
And she says
go le
he should have the wisdom to see that I'm wrong.
ke ti na ni a go ni na de ku pamenda a pyo krai pyo ya do
And instead of that, he says, I always believed it this way.
ku nyin ben ne le ya go le ke ya gam ya te
It gets so bad
go ra jare
that whole ministry
go ku no ben ne ki pyo
leaves the movement.
go ja jel ti be be to ke bia ka ku no de ni to wati
Elder Jeff is so convinced
go el jeb go chu gam pe
that this model that I'm teaching is correct.
na de ki ye cho pyo ti pamenda cho ga chang da ne yin ke yi
He's willing to separate from lifelong friends.
go gam ku cho yin cha ta ke ken ko ke ni ke me ke chi ga pir ga man bari
His Adventist life.
ni cho de pyo ku ja chem da adventism
The message goes from strength to strength,
go pyo ken go jala ki jariel yo ke jalo ne riel ku ne riel ke lo ki jofra
but it was always only half a message.
ku ye pyo chi ban ye bia de pyo che che ye pyo che ban
And now
ku ni ye men
we're beginning to tackle the subject again.
ki ye pyo ken a ko bu de ku be rom
Every single person who works the future for America
kra an ban ran ene lo ye future for America
has publicly and privately testified
kwa chiran bana chi bia gam ko lu future for America ni bia den ni tiani ku ni joji a chi bia gam
that this model
na de ki ye ni a chang pyo je
is not only correct,
a che chan ye ye to
but it's revolutionized the Christian walk.
ku ye ne kan kene a chi cho ke chan de ran che ten ke lon nyal a chi wa
And now they're in a problem
ku ye men a chi lo ne kri le
because now we're going to deal with part 2 of that study.
ne ngo go bia ke ro de ye piu chi bu be rom
And now,
ku ye men
after attacking everything that we've taught about the midnight cry message,
win chi ke ki ne ki u piu ben de mi na ka ben ne piu de cho de wer chale chi ke rio
they did not recognize the connection of the nature of man with the midnight cry message. They saw no connection between the two.
ke a ken to ka ken ke ting re ke cho ga chang de ran ke ne piu de cho de wer chale chi ben a ken ke ting na re ke ku ka re
I'm making a connection.
ye ne men an bi cho re den aloi
You saw how I did that yesterday.
a cha ka ting lon cha na ne ke ne cha na ne no wa ra ko
I went from 16, 17, 18, 19.
lon cha na ne nyot bul go ra bi na bu ro ti bu de tem ti bu ro ti bu bet bu ti bu do wan
And then I said,
ja le
the Lord has waited to open up the study of the outer man for this dispensation.
na de ke ben di e to ke ti bi cho a chang bi de ran bi be ro be lo ne ta lo ne ne lo de ni ta ra
Because we're being confronted with 3 issues.
nếu ngó anh kan cái dia ke be bu ke na ga de ti
And every single one of them is about the body.
ko to ke ben e jam ni gop
This shell, this house.
yen ye un yen to wo tin yen ye gop de ran
And now Future for America and their followers are in a difficult position.
ku ye men ke future para america ku je la koi ken kwang ke chok nuan ke ri li
What will they have to do?
yong big loy
What are they going to be forced to do now?
ye ko no bi ke dil ni a big dil loy
They're going to be forced to reject this whole study on the nature of man.
a bi ke dil be bi ke loy bi ke cho ka chang de ran bi ke re ben
And therefore they're going to go back
ku ye ke ne ka bu du kien
to this Laodicean version of it.
ka bu du kien bi cho ko pyu ta de lo zi this year ne twen chi ko ne ji jal bi be lo
If the process has not already begun, it will soon begin. You'll begin to see them attacking this study.
na ken ki cha gol winte nan bi ke pyu bi ke rio ka bi din gol bi rio
Now, it's easy
ye me na ko chit
for them to say,
bi luen
I deceived them.
na de ken a chi pa me da a chi ke do
But that's not deceiving in a normal sense of the word.
ku ye da chele bi a do om chi cho ko ti ye wer cho la do om luen
They were there at the Bible studies. They saw the evidence. They could reason from cause to effect.
ke ka ke chi bible ke na ke chi ke kuin a ke chi cho ke ye nyu ne bible chi ke ting ku chi ke ja ta ke gol gol ye ra ko bu la to ne chi ke ting
So what argument will they have
ye ngu bi a te de na la bi ke la be
to say we've changed our position?
bi ke ja jam na ne ke wa chi cho ke ti wa jam ti ne chu wa
What argument can they have?
ye ngu te de bi ke nyu
They're clever people,
có nhìn kan
not like us.
chưa có tương bên ngoài
They can see, they have wisdom and foresight.
le bi ke ting ke anong ti ke kang ting ke ngor ke kin ben
With all that intelligence,
ke ye nhìn đi to kan ke ke
and I'm saying they're intelligent people. Seriously.
aya gam na ne ke yi ti a có nhìn kan
So my question is,
to a le ke
what reason will they give to reject everything that they stood up and said was the truth?
yo mo bi ke gam ke ke den bi ke cho re ke chi ke kon dang chi ke jor ku le ke ye kan ken ke yi pa cho
Few of them, what evidence would you give? What story would you say?
ya ko kon mo le ba le ke ne be nyu Noran pyo be
No one? Can I repeat the question? They accepted this message.
ye the pyo de chang da na yi gam
They listened carefully.
chi cái pin cái chi cái niệm phật pin
They reason from cause to effect.
ka chi cái niệm ya chi jogen cái đó jo cái ngu bula bay
At the time, they were warned that this was error.
thì ta rồi nhân trên cái jo na là kia nó piu chứ ai duom
And they said, no,
của cái về là chi yên
we hear his words, my words.
will cái yên phần nó đã chu cái pin
We understand what he's saying,
của cái yên cái về là chu đế đi
and we're in complete agreement.
của yên quay giám mật cái chụp quan yên
And then,
của giờ là bé lối
they would even copy the studies.
của giờ cái piu cái này chỉ cái luôn
They said it's helped their marriage, they've helped their personal walk.
na được cái piu cái thì cái chỉ cái rồi tiao cái cái này giá chỉ cái là cho cái coi đi chân chỉ cái chặt nhà lại chỉ
In fact,
ni gì phải chốt
they say it helped them in their sanctified life.
những cái na được cái ở coi đi cho được phi đen để là gì
So it's not just a doctrine for them, it's their experience that gets changed.
chỉ piu thì nó cái cho cái phi thì nó cái
So powerful that they said, God has to be in this.
cái cùng đồng này là lebih cái gam
And now,
anh cái nhà lại cho nó cái này punya man
they're going to reject this.
cả bia piu chả bị bere
So what reason can they give?
yo một cái gam cái cho cái chả cái này
What reason could they give to reject? They'll say, I've abandoned my position.
cái bây giờ na cái Parminder chỉ cho cái piu của cái gam chỉ hoàn
So I have not done any further studies on this.
anh chỉ piu đừng cho bè lối nia cái này
I've not developed the study. It's still the same as it was.
anh chỉ piu đừng cho đỡ bè lối ba nó cái này giống là áp giải kia cho để nữa
So there's no evidence
anh chỉ cái bia nhọ
that I've changed my thinking.
bia nhọ na cái thì anh nó tác tin chẳng đi qua
I public testify that I haven't changed, and there's no evidence that I've changed.
một cái anh với cái pin na cái nó khi nó qua một cái trên cái bia nhọ nan cha này nó qua
So the position that you just said
ye nó cái cha cái lưới lắm
is we agree with Parminder's old view, but not with his new view.
bia ya lưới na cái piu qua để Parminder tuyên qua ye na yu gam cái ye cái trâu tin có piu chỉ đến đây này yu cái gai
I don't think that's the position that they will take.
अच्छा इटाक ना अंदर की ये भी यार कभी भी लुए
I think the position that they will take
आया ताक ये कभी भी लुए लगे
is to say that they were deceived.
ये भी गाम ना अंदर के आके चिके एक दो
The problem is
को किस जल वो चिके
it cannot be intellectual deception
के किन अच्छे भी यार दो नहीं तो कहीं नहीं
because they were there in the studies.
नमो के आके तो या ढंग के लुए क्यों को क्वीन की या
This is an important issue for you
इन्हें के क्या करे तुम वे
because it's, I'm teaching,
ये नन प्योज
and if I'm deceiving you,
उन्हें दो वे
you need to know how I'm doing that.
क्या को बाग नीच दो वे का दे
And the reason it becomes important
को किए नहीं तिया करे
hold that thought.
ये काय की थे
If you watched the classes of Arkansas School of the Prophets,
नालो
2015, 2016,
नालो क्यों ये चिरालो इन स्कूल ले पांडे आकंसा और इन चिरालो बिना बूरो को तीर को देते
one thing that you'll notice
के बाकी नहीं देखे तो
is that there was no proper discussion.
ये ने कहे नुआना ने के अच्छी ना जाम में चुप ये चुप तो
You just had teachers teaching you,
आई दुपी हुई क्या कहीं के यो के फ्यूची
and you could not argue against them.
ये के एक्चुअली पे नहीं के लोगों टेर बन के
They didn't have an open culture of investigation or questioning.
अच्छांग ये ने क्रिएट बनती जी कटो कोई दिन ये चिट्ठा करने के
So,
कुनिए के ना
see all these questions that you've given,
के तो कौन क्या के भाई का
this is just at one camp meeting.
ये फ्यूच चुप ये नहीं ये लोग को माने ये का तो करती
Future for America,
फ्यूचर फॉर अमेरिका
it would take them,
काय के लू
this is probably about a year's worth of questions that they would answer.
cái cái ale biya to al bi ke ber ne ke chi ruon
If you went to their school,
na lor school le ni
you don't ask questions.
ki ni che ti ni che pol ba ti to
You just listen.
cái đồn con nó nghiên về tập pin
And it's not because they don't want to answer questions.
của cái chế chẳng chỉ có bị toàn cuốn ba cái tí bị cái bé
It's the methodology that they use.
để cho đến đến cái phiếu cái
The technique of teaching that they use prevents questions from being asked.
dễ đi cho thì chỉ cái chuyện để phiếu đến chỉ cái nói thì có ai phê
The way we teach, the culture that has been set
đến liên hệ với phiếu cái này cho chẳng đã chú lắm
by the methodology that we've introduced over the last 4 or 5 years
đến để phiếu cái này chú có được nương cái ngoan au nương cái đi hoàn chứ lọ
is one of openness and inquiry.
cái để yen ran bên yen nung lao quê ran bên ye teach
If you're in the movement
na to na kuno me
in 2017, 2018,
nubiana buro ku tier ku bet
particularly 18,
cái này cái jam này cái để biana buro ku tier ku bet
you'll know that there was tension in the movement.
cái các bạn tin như na cái này chỉ năng ter nia kuno me
And it was here in South Sudan, I know that.
ku cái chỉ lối bài thế này Junub Sudan thế này nhẹ thế kan
And what was that tension that was occurring in the movement?
ku ye ter mo cái chỉ lối na kuno me
Do we know?
anyi ku
It was in Sudan, it was in Kenya, Uganda, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and in other parts of the world. It wasn't, I'm just, because we're here in Africa, it was in every country.
achia ter no rat pan tum de ke to Junub Sudan e bài bên thôn pin mình cái năng ter Kenya Uganda u be cái
Sorry?
Understanding of God.
The understanding of the Godhead, no, not that issue. The Godhead issue is an external problem that's coming to the movement. This was an internal issue.
yen phiếu để jam cho chẳng đến này đấy phiếu là bên vì chế phiếu là rồi phiếu là cái rồi thì
Understanding of?
GC 350
Understanding of G350, 351.
thế thế này chỉ là lối dating
It's not a specific doctrine that I'm identifying.
chế phiếu cho cái cả bao nhiêu Pardon?
It's about methodology, yes, but it causes a big problem in our movement.
yen cái jam long cái là phiếu cái gì chỉ cái đi theo cho bên lối
Sorry? What you're doing is identifying specific issues,
yen
which you're correct.
đấy cho cái phiếu cái nhiêu của cái gì
But
cái này cái jam long cái là phiếu
it becomes a big issue. It's not just about an individual problem, an individual doctrine. Brother William, what's the issue?
William có vấn đề giống như này kia rồi
27 into 2018.
The issue about moral versus
No.
Khi jam long biar kita wait ku jela ki the will can be I think methodology of Jeff and methodology of Parminder.
So, my translator has given the correct answer.
Rani wa to ga lwe le ki kan yi tilwe
What begins to surface in the movement
ki ne chira ben yo na kuno mi
is a fight
ye ne tor
with two people,
de ko karo
Elder Jeff
elder Jeff
and myself.
jela ye ne Parminder.
And what's the issue?
Ku ye ngene ki chira lo the issue was between the two methodologies, the methodology that Parminder uses and the one that Jeff used. So kiyene ki trogene ki teri dile piu yani ki Parminder be yene piu kujala dile piu yani ki ele Jeff ki be yene piu.
So people began to say, whose disciple are you?
Ko ta ra kujala ti ya ko piu ke kanga
Which side are you on?
ye to no yene to yintin
Mine or his?
ye long Parminder ka ye long Jeff.
And it's all based upon a methodology.
Ku ye kene ben e jam long dile piu
For a long time,
ne daman bare
he and I
jela yen Jeff ku jela yen Parminder
tried to squash this argument.
ter kina chukutem bugudil chatai chirabloy
Tried to minimize it.
bugutem brache beloy
So I want us to know
yena ka arbum nyit
that it was about methodology. Everyone could see that.
na de kin e cho del piu ya wa cham de piu e ki ran ban ye ti
I know it was a problem here because I communicated with people in Sudan about this very issue.
ku ka nye na de ki e to de na ki e ki ro wo ana ja mo ko de ko ko ni wi long ye wa de ye piu ji
So when Future for America now come and say we want to destroy all of this,
ye ne future for America in ban ku le wo ko bu ne ban ko bu yo
they can't use the argument
a chi lu bi nan ter big bay
that we didn't understand
big bay big le na ki e ken ku de
or I missed some piece of critical information.
au ye na no we te ki chi pa me da je ke wo
What they're going to say
ke ye ne ki ye lwel
is through some mystical, spiritualistic phenomena,
ena de ke ne yi de na de ke anong bia de wi
They-
ki ro lo ni bia de wi che ko je ni
they were deceived.
na de ke ne ken ye ne ke che ke dom
So the direction in which they're heading
ye ne ti ler ke tin
is basically one of spiritualism.
e long ki ne ko gam
What I mean by that,
long ka wi chi ka ye ne ko je lui pin
they say what we do is spiritualism.
yi ko lo le ki na de ki ne ke lo pa me da e ki chol gam de ka pin dom
And what they do is methodology.
ko ki ne ke lo ki e cho de le biu
And that's how I successfully deceived all of those people.
mungkin kena ia ke bil chan ne ran ke ben chan ne bil le do ti to ti ko le
And now somehow
ko ni men
they woke up.
amma ta ka ja pa
It sounds a good story,
ero lo ka ko mit
but you need to ask yourself,
win ko ro ja ti
what was the mechanism to wake them up?
yo ngu ye ni del ene del ke chapa
What was God waiting for?
yo ngu ne ti ne le
How could they have been so deceived?
yo ngu le ben ke ja pol bi ke ja do ma ya
These are all foolish arguments.
eter arabat ter piole re
We have never taken the position,
Yeah.
I have not,
en an chin ti ja bu kon lum ku ngwe ke te ban ko
that just because Elder Jeff teaches foolishness and error today,
wa chan elda jeb apiu is pial ko piu jara bai ne ko le
that he wasn't led by God in the past,
achai gam na de ki ne kin ne le je kin ngor kon to
because he was.
dungo ye ne chin le ngor
And the reason why I can say that
ku ki ya ne kin lwel
is because I can trace a history
dungo ani aku ko ya kwan cho ko nyot
from the beginning to the end.
ne goi de ya bu de ti to de
Now, if you go from the other side, from their perspective,
na lo tin ne biak den ne ti ka ye tiang tin
the problem is this.
ke chiro wo ye ke
They recognize as this was truth.
ai ka gam na de ki ye piu yi
And I've said for a long time, a lot of the information that they were teaching was not correct.
ka ya gam na de ki ka ju ka ke piu ki ke ka ya a ka che yi
Longest and the last prophecy. Longest and the last prophecy.
ki ne ki chi lwel na ne ki ye ne ke piu ti ka ku wi le piu da ko ti le ke pi ba ke de to
The subject of 9/11.
jela piu je ye jam
The sun-
lo ni bena buro ko to pe de man ke ni te ko to
How come it's twice as long in your language than it is in mine?
it is descriptive 9/11 that's where January
2001.
jela buro ko to
Sorry. 2014, Sunday law.
de bena buro ko thiru man en ye chele lung je mala
So all of those positions that I've taken,
ke ka ta ke piu ti ke dia
I've never changed them.
akan ke wa
All we've done is built upon them.
thiru ki ta loy ya ke ka ta ke yik
It's gone from truth to truth to truth.
manen chiro gol ki ye yi ko le yi da ko tau yi der ye no
But their message
ko piu den
always had mistakes in it.
en na ka chiro wo tin ni yin dia
And we've taught the prophetic reasoning behind that.
ko ki ye ne ro lo ya a chu tin ki cho ki ka ko ne bi ti ki lwen
They know
anyi ki
we're going to take this study
anyi ki nan ko be piu ja bu lum
and we're going to apply it in our dispensation.
ko ka bu de ke per ku lo bi ni cho ko lo nya le ni ta ra
And because they don't agree with us today,
a ko ne ki chi ke mat ke no wong ni ko le
they have to destroy the truthfulness of this one.
cái gì để cái này abi cái gì right
Unlike me,
ai chứ tông cái này
because I always said
đúng rồi luyện nhìn dia
what they were teaching was not correct.
luyện là cái phiếu chỉ yên ở chơi gì
That we could explain why they're teaching things wrong and we could still work together.
cái yếu cái luyện cũng dùng như cái cam chi phiếu cho biết quay về cái chặt itu
The proper role of 9/11,
giờ lấy tiệc để biến nó buro của tôi
the proper role of 2014,
ni gì au lùi thì cái để biến nó buro của thiên cũng á
Elder Jeff has spoken about the wounding and the death of the king of the south.
Elder Jeff jam elon chen
Elder Tess. Sorry, Elder Tess.
Elder Tess jam elong chen milim chem chen yen to elon chen là to
So we can explain their mistakes,
cái chiro wo ayu de cái lúc duyên mu chiro lo thì cho phiếu cho cao wing
we embrace their mistakes,
phiếu yen cái chiro lo cái awat ayu cái nhít
and we explain them.
cái ayu luyện ilo ra đấy
We don't throw away their studies.
ye phiếu này cái này chú có lương của chuyện của cái right
Their whole position is fundamentally different.
cái này cái chỗ thì oi gam tin của coi da cái đó của ai are
And this is why they resort to calling us names.
ko cái này cái nim jara to ku jel ko ya chorin ku mel cái kare ile cái no wo
The methodology that they use is not line upon line.
nengo dil phiếu chen to cái phiếu cái che cha de che le che
I've dealt with this issue for years. I've dealt with this issue for years.
ye phiếu che acha loi nerun
If you believe in line upon line,
na ye gam na de cái phiếu de che le che
this is our history.
cái che ne cái ko kula biana bu bor bu tanwan ko wan
What's one of the greatest conspiracy theories that Adventists have?
ye kino ye ne phiếu le di tu to ye ko cái seven day adventist cái gam
Why is our church in a mess?
yung ne kanisa da ton no liabe
Why is there so much apostasy in our church?
yung ye nang ge di re ni kanisa dai
Sorry? No. Why did they say there's apostasy? Adventists tell you why there's apostasy in our church.
yung yi seven day yung ye nang ge ni kanisa dai
Why? Infiltration by Jesuits.
yi ko be na le ke na ko chol jesus ko ke tho ke je ke pop a je ben kanisa dai
Go to those fake Jesuits and they tell you they've infiltrated us.
na lord no ke ko chol jesus
There's many conspiracy theories
ben no wa ku kan gena kan be
and we believe them
ku ka yu ke ga
because it feels right.
ni ngo era yu che yi
So we believe that the Jesuits have infiltrated our church at the highest level.
yu ko gam na le ke ko chol jesus a je ben kanisa dai ni long bindir ke ngor wo the 7 days
And I've consistently fought against that.
ku ye ne kan ata pyo ki ya le kan le
And what's the methodology to show that that is wrong?
ku ye dol mu de pyo ye yu na da ki ye pyo jam la le
Who do you have to listen to?
yang an bi wa ya pyo no nge
Some Jesuit on a video, or a person who calls himself a Jesuit,
ye jesus pon ba ka ya la pin video ke ni ka jam le kai ran ben no we ye ni nyo ke ne jesus
that tells you
yin le
the Catholic Church has been monitoring the Adventists for decades and they've infiltrated us and they're going to destroy us.
jam na ne kien ko ke catholic ato ke dai wo ga wo bu ni dia ku ka ben wo yi ku ka rio wo
You believe that?
ya ka gam ke na
Or
ka ye ke no ba ka gam
what's your alternative?
ye ngui ke dang de ro ba ka we lai tin
What's the alternative?
ye ke no bi we lai tin ti chene ke ne ke kan wo da we lai
Isn't it God's word?
you were in le
You go to God's word
you know where in le
and find out
ku lo ja tin
if God says that will happen.
na le na ye ke na bro loi
Where in God's word, anywhere, do you find
ke ye tan mo ye yu ti ye ni na yu ge de bi na yu tin
that there's some infiltration?
Nên là đôi khi nó không có cục về chứ bên ngoài.
Early writings, great controversy.
Những cái lo
Find-
có cái quyền cái gì?
Go anywhere and see if it's going to happen.
Lo cái có cái gì? Lo tin cái biểu là tin thì trên nó lôi.
And it doesn't.
Phải trên nó lôi.
Ellen White never speaks to this subject,
Ellen White akin jam liye future au ye kan.
just like she never speaks to the 2520.
Chỉ man kin en jam 25-20.
We practice, we breathe, we live conspiracies.
Ye why e piu da duom le den kai wo chang tin, wen kai wo ka ju.
And for a number of years,
Kunir won ju ji.
I was successful in stamping this out from the movement.
Ke ja tem ba ya piu re ken badir nya na kunomi.
Whenever it would come,
Na bi
we'd destroy that,
ka yu ri yo nye bu.
so no one would dare talk about it.
Kena chen be no jam tin.
Because all you need to do
Nungo ki kor ba loy.
is show one of these lines,
Ne ba lum ni ke chi ki ka.
Moses,
Na ba nyo mo da.
Christ,
Ba de kirso.
Miller,
Ba mila.
and show me where they had an infiltration into the movement.
Kunyo de ne ke chi ki ka ye de no chen ko ko pe chi ke ba na kunomi kurioki.
There isn't one.
Ka chi de to.
The closest you can find is in the history of Nehemiah,
Ti lebenin ki chir ken lebenin ngayo.
when they had one of
Ko
the
ne ma.
when they had one of the Samaritans live in the precincts of the temple.
On to ran chol to baya ke ran jur ko chen bri ke ran to ni sai.
But everyone knew that they were there and they knew who they were.
Ko ni ran ba na le ke a chi to. Ka ke chi to.
There's never any testimony that there's an infiltration into the church.
A chin ki bi en yo ni ke ka pe chi ki di. Ana ke na no ko ko pe ya ba na ka ni le bri yo.
If that's true,
Na ye ke ni ye.
and you believe in line upon line,
Ko ye ni pyu jam chi ki le ya ga.
then someone in the movement stands up and says this.
Ke ran da ra jo na aku no mi ku ju le ke na.
I don't say this to attack the people.
Ke na cha le cha na bo ko.
It's only because someone mentioned them.
Để chan a chiran da a chelwel.
Path of the Just,
A chiran well path of the just.
Future for America.
Future for America.
And I don't want to name individuals, but you could put individuals there.
Ku ye ran che kurba ko lweri ni ten.
We never have ever taught that this was some infiltration.
Lekin ken a ken ku kan pyo na lekin e ben jen ko pe chi ke ben oi.
These are real Seventh-day Adventists that have lost their way.
Ayu ni wana ke ai ko ke 7 day Adventist pa chok ka che dol de na chi wo che.
If you're not sure
Na chi en ni ja pet.
which side you stand upon,
Chi ni pet yen te ke chin tin.
besides all the error that Future for America are now teaching,
Bia ke ben yen pyo chi future for America man tiyo.
if their argument is this,
Pyo de ne ke.
that I'm a Jesuit
Ayu le na ne Parminder e Jesu.
and I've had Jesuit training
Ye na chila pyo e ko ke Jesu.
and I was planning this
Ye na to ki jura jure.
even before I ever met Elder Jeff,
Ngod ke kan yok kan el je.
think of the stupidity of that statement.
Jal ke chele ku jala kunye kan le wir chirga ke baka jal ting tin.
There are people
Anong coach
in all parts of the world
ni bio ka pingat ya.
who used to have intelligence
Koi nang ni de kan
and they actually now believe
kunye men ayu gam
that I had Jesuit training for 20, 30 years
nana de kien Parminder e chi koi lum le ke pyo ke ko cho Jesus e chi la pyo run ke tiro te dia.
and I had a long-term plan to destroy this movement.
Ko chenam ja chi de dil bene na kunum ke bene ne rio akhir.
Worse than that,
Ku kira le mere kan.
I'm actually an evil angel in disguise.
Ayu de na de kien Parminder yen e malaika raj to ki tira nyot ke ra.
Literally.
Ti cho ko ni.
Like, I'm a real demon pretending to be a human being,
Nana de kien era jong raj ku ka jira tem ra nyot ki ra.
Now, I don't know if demons can actually have children or not.
Cái cha nhìn na de coi cho ja raj di ke nang mit kai chen mit.
Or parents,
Kai ke nang wor ken.
or at some time when I was a boy, the real Parminder got killed and they replaced him or something.
Au ku chon tran kan men ko wor kan ke dit. Ka je ngai nok ku je ke cho nó rang de pe lo ni nhìn đi.
This could be like a science fiction movie.
Ikin ken era lo cuman kayak gue ke video ke kere ke tonton.
And what's funny is,
Kuyen ki ko jaja dale.
the leader of this movement,
Yen bende ya kunum kene.
Elder Jeff Pippinger, actually believes it.
Ai ela je pipenja ai gam.
He believes that a demon can have children
Ai gam na nakien jagraj ai nang mit ken.
that was born of a real parent.
Ka ji ke di wor ken ji.
See how sick this methodology that they have is.
Jaga tuan chen yen dil de pyuj jaga ting tuan chen en tuan.
It's mentally deranged.
Yen ken achu ka ki ko rai ni yen ne ken ran chinom ria.
But that's what they have.
Yen ka to kan ke.
That's all they have.
Yen ka to kan ke to.
Because they have no legitimate argument
Nekicinen terich to token cake.
to go and prove that what this study and all the other studies that were wrong. They have no methodology to show that they're wrong.
I think they'll push to token cake. Big egg jal, big egg push. Could you lap push pick of Jackie Low, big egg and you want any cake?
They have to call us Jesuits or demons.
Ella be and Yachol, Caneran, Joseph, oh, be and Chol, John Raj.
And there's not one story
Bocachina go took.
that a demon
Chen John Raj.
dressed up
General Con Chiang.
in the shape of a leader in the movement
General Con Chiang. Kia chok, a chang de Dungar Dakunum.
and destroyed the movement.
Kuria Gakunum.
Is there?
Chirokolo.
The worst person you might identify is this one in here, Judas. And he was just a normal man with normal desires. He believed in all the truthfulness of the message. He just loved money, which interestingly is another subject that's coming up. I've taken some time to address this issue because we're about to leave soon, and you're going to be confronted with this issue. Have you been deceived? Have you been listening to a Jesuit all this time? Because that's what they want to do. They want to instill doubt and fear into your minds. Would you dare stand in front of a demon? Would you even listen to him? Be dangerous. You should fear and run. This is a methodology to stop you from thinking. So they will take the following position. I used to love this message. Should be one of their followers. I used to believe it was the truth. I can't see anything wrong with it, but it must be wrong. Why? What's the criteria of it being wrong? Because it came from where? Came from me. Just because it was my study, it must be wrong. What methodology is that? It's, I don't even know how to describe it. But people are being persuaded by such foolishness. People are now afraid to study, lest they stand in front of a Jesuit and get deceived. If I were a Jesuit, do you not think you could beat me in an argument? Don't you think you could beat me in an argument? You're not confident that you know the Word of God, the truth. Better than me. course you should have that confidence.
Mà pru bác ya gam cái này nó kia nó lưu đó lối.
Because the truth will set you free.
Nó ngồi gì trên cái gì cho lao.
The Bible teaches this.
Cái Bible phiếu gì cái.
Even if everything they said was true,
Na create bên cái chào lên lái gì.
shouldn't stop you from investigation.
Cái chỉ là vì cái khai cái chữ này này bây giờ là quên bây giờ là trái.
But we know it's rubbish
Cũng ngồi như quên cái này.
because it's based upon a false methodology.
Mấy chị này nó ngồi yên thì để nên bị em nhau tin hết cho để lấy phiếu ra.
And we don't need to do that.
Cái này chỉ có bung lối.
We don't need to call Elder Jeff Pippinger a demon
Chỉ có bố là dễ bị nhà bố cho dòng ra.
to scare you from not watching his studies.
Chẳng bố ở dưới ai đôi cái gì bị các cái gì cái lối bắt nó rồi.
I think we've got to a stage where we say, go and watch them.
Với dòng được cứ lấy cái chuyện đâu ấy cái các cái quý cái.
It's like a comedy show, really.
Trong tùng cái nó có cái phone như cái các cái như cái lối nó phình.
If you want some entertainment, watch their studies.
Có mấy nông trong có mà đủ bao nhiêu các bác nó là điều cái lối đó vậy đấy.
Their group of people is completely out of control.
Anh không được coi chỉ ra.
They have lost grip on reality.
Chứ cho nhìn đến cái gì chỉ có point.
Elder Tess was telling me this morning
Elder Tess you can nhiều vấn nhạc đủ.
that they're even creating new waymarks that don't even exist.
Thế mà nó là chuyện cái future for America có cả lối anh nhút có cái đền đó cái kiên con đó.
And people just accept it.
Cả game coi kia.
Yesterday we spoke
Và nó còn quá chỉ giảm.
about the 72. Do you remember that?
Quá chỉ giảm mà nó còn cái nhìn cái chỗ đồ pro.
Tell me what kind of methodology that is.
Có bác giá chỉnh gì đến phiếu gì đấy cái.
I take 126,
Anh giảm board của chỗ của đất đâm
144,
board của tiền ngoan
and 360.
giờ lại board cái gì của tiền đất đâm.
I don't know why.
Có gì không?
We divide them by 2.
Của cả bu cái giá tero.
63,
Cái tiền board
72,
ya nhìn cái này tero.
180.
Nhìn cái này wo mi au tiền bẹt.
And then what we do,
Cái bu giá lối.
we have 3 time periods, 2 dispensations. Sorry, 4 waymarks, 3 dispensations.
Wo bu nang anyun cái del cái ngoan của giá lá luôn mình lấy cho lối cao. Cái điểm.
And we just plug in the dates.
Của thế của cái nhìn cái theo cái gì?
September the 7th,
Và wo nhốt về đồng an cái nhìn rồi.
November the 9th,
Nó có về
January the
cái
20th,
nhìn đồng an. Của nó về trong cái nhìn chỗ.
and July the 18th.
Của giờ nó về rồi cái nhìn theo của bé.
And we say, look at that.
Giờ là cái này điều.
God must be leading us
Cái này nhớ là những cái ngoro.
because of all the clever maths that we can do.
Cái pin nào đấy cái lực bù lối cái này của có gì cả.
This kind of methodology
Ye del phiếu chứ.
got stamped upon,
Chính là chứ God is come or God.
got
Okay, ye là chỉ cái gang.
more than a decade ago in this movement.
Chỉ gang là cái chirun cái chế hoàn cho lọ. Nia cũng nói.
I'll try and find out the exact name of the battle.
Anh bị rin cái trong cái gì cả vào yêu là cái nhớ.
If you go to Daniel chapter 8,
Lord bu Daniel chapter 8.
there's a warfare that's described
Anh trong cái chỉ luyện.
between 2 powers.
Nên il cái rồi.
Verse 4 and verse 5.
Ya chok chongwan cái chok đi.
Daniel sees a ram standing by a river,
Daniel chỉ nhong mà là chỉ tin cái khaiอยู่ เวร ยก
and he sees a goat coming to destroy this ram that stands by a river.
Ku je beu je tin cái bom dia mel khaiอยู่ เวร ยก
So here's the river,
cái nên cái เวร
and there's a ram,
có nó nhong đa mà
and there's a goat.
có nó beu
Who's the ram? Medo Persia.
Ngai ni nyong amal.
The goats?
Media kujala Persia.
Greece.
Greece.
Did you know that when Greece fights with Medo Persia,
On Greece, Media Persia.
the first major battle, do you know where that is? Not the location, not the name, but where is it?
But I don't know.
Verse 3.
I
I lifted mine eyes, and there stood a ram, where? By a river. The first major battle that's held by these two empires is where? By a river. That's the beginning of this vision, isn't it? Yes or no? It starts here with the fight. Do you agree with that? Do we agree that the vision starts with a fight? Put your hands up if you agree that the vision starts with this fight. By this river. Two people? Who says the vision doesn't start with the fight by the river? One person. So we've got nearly 100 people here. We're not even sure of the vision of Daniel chapter 8. And you're all asking me complicated questions about Revelation 13. Everyone who's asking me about Revelation 13, I'm not going to answer, because you should know the answer for Daniel chapter 8, and you didn't put your hand up. Now I'm going to ask the question again. Does the vision start with a fight at a river? Two people, same two people. Three. Does it start somewhere else? Three people. We're still struggling. What year does the vision start? Hopefully we know that. What year does the vision of Daniel 8 start? 457. Who's ruling? Artaxerxes. Who's the king when they're fighting? Is it Artaxerxes? No. I would imagine it. Who's the king? The Medes and Persians. So I'll just say Darius, X, because there's lots of them. We should know this basic history. We should know the transition from one kingdom to the next. The vision begins in 457. This is at the height of Medo-Persian power. Not when they're about to be destroyed. So the vision does not begin with the battle. But that's the way the verses read. So people do this. 2300 days, 1844.
Kujela biana buto boka bet telman suman.
Agree with that?
Ibu gam kana.
So if all people do,
Kiyi koi loy.
they take 2,300 days
Ai biana buro borga jaga run ai galu.
from the battle,
Gol ti loy taro daman ye tong kana.
and where does it get you to?
Kuye we le ti no.
Who knows?
Ye nga ni chen.
1967.
Wogla biana bur borga tongan.
67. What's 1967?
Kujela ti cham ko dro. Ye mu ye na run kana.
Should know what 1967 is.
Bagi ni ye run ye ne.
Can you help us?
Kwan ko wok.
In 1967, it was a war with Israel.
It's the
1643.
It's the war where Israel fights with Egypt and basically destroys all of its enemies and becomes a recognized independent state.
Ye run kene pande Israel chene tor kene Egypt. Kujela koi ken ka terde ke dia kujel ke tiang kujel ben kieran tinit kia bai pan nom der.
This is well recognized evangelical theology.
Ye ne piu ni jaret ne koi ke pande evangelical ke protestant.
You can read the verses,
Ye chok bai bo ale ba ke kwen
you can do mathematical calculations,
bolo kenin ke lo ke yup ba ke tim.
and it's complete rubbish.
Ye ban kene e chele.
Utter rubbish.
E chele ni chele.
And that's what's happening here.
Wen ke lo ro retene.
You end up producing rubbish
Ye ke ne piu ye ke ni bai.
that looks good.
Chin ke pia.
They teach
Ayi ke piu.
that this
Nana de ke ye kene.
is raffia.
Ayi gam ke rafia.
They also teach that this is raffia.
Bukan itu pure. Nah, ada ke kene ada rafia.
So now you've got two raffias,
Ini nang rafia ke Roma.
one for the world
Ya, toga kere pino.
and one for the movement.
Aku jelai kilo rot ke kada kuno.
What raffia have we been taught?
Ye rafia ini yang cipe wo ke kada pino bi. Kayak kena kuno bagian ke.
This one or this one?
Ye kena kayak kena.
This one, isn't it?
Kena ke bi.
King of the North, King of the South.
Kene to na ka ang ini mening ciam kan mening cui.
They take all of that,
Kene bana igelum.
try to internalize it,
Kutang ke bi ke dede.
and create a new waymark.
Gol ke anyu ke dalko.
This is how out of control they are.
Yen ke jal ka cire bermu ke kene.
And people who used to think
Bukan ko jal tak.
no longer think. They no longer think.
Aku koi ke ache betak.
They just accept
Ai jaga.
what their leader teaches them.
Ke yang ci banden ci pio ke yu gam.
The problem is their leader doesn't even understand this.
Ko ke ne ko wat edu mar de da do ache ke na ci de.
They're desperate.
Ha ko to ko ngam re.
They're desperate to fight this movement at any price.
Angong ina re ne tor bi ke ga ko no tor. Acho ke chalo ngo.
When we talk,
Jam ku
one of the things that we cherish,
ke to ngo kenyar ku
that we want to encourage,
yeni ku kor bi ko ke de loy
is that you question,
kor bak yati.
that you think.
Ku ya ke tak.
In fact, the way we teach elicits that. It invites investigation and discussion.
Bi bacho ke pio yo pio. Eti ye kor bu ben ke yi kor kata.
We don't have all the answers,
Watching aber ke tuan ke dia.
but we don't want to bury or stifle investigation.
Ka chu kor buka bi ke chelo ken le wel ke nabi.
And that's the difference between this movement and theirs.
Ku ken ken yen ke woy da ku nom de ne ku jala ku nom de.
That's why we don't have to call them Jesuits or demon-possessed people
Ku ken ne ka chen wo ke chol Jesu ke ka chi wo ke chol.
in,
Ya kai.
in order to discourage you from listening to them.
Ago ku ngai bu ngai rai tu cha be pim no ke ba chui den be pim.
We just show you what they're doing,
Ku ken ne we nyot yen mo loy ke.
and you see how foolish it is.
We cheli de ku jala chen yi de tin aya ka chi.
There is no rhythm, there is no methodology there.
Chen ki to ki ke no amana de tak. Ku ka chen dil piu ju ting tin.
They take numbers,
ai ka chigi gor ai ke lo
manipulate calendars,
legi cho kwen yen cho kairo lo yen ke kwen legi cho kwen
and come up with all of this.
ku bigi ken ke ka ke dia
And I want to add one more piece of information
kanang ber ka
before we stop.
anang ber ka ba jo ngu do kin ko
If you want to talk about spiritualistic ideas or concepts,
na ko ba jam long ka ke wi au cho ka ke do ne ka jam do
I don't do anything and tell you that because I did something on a specific day, it must be so.
kan chin ka ba long ku la chan anang ki cha lo ni ku le ka ba dir to ya
Their evidence that all this is true
ki ke nyu ni ga jam na ke nei
is because they began to fight against this movement on September the 7th.
ke gol bi yir ken wo ne pe dongan ke ni ndoro yana bu ro ko tier ku dongan
One of their evidences
to ke yi nyu der ke
is that they always want to put themselves into the line.
ai ke tem bi ro dir taw ni chikede
I went to a certain place at a certain time, and therefore my message is true because I was there.
ko kai ko bi nyu na kien le ko le ke na chilo tene ko le ta chir ken ken ka chanelo
I went-
ken ke pyu ken ei
I went somewhere,
na chilo di da
put the TV on,
ko taw leo ke dai
and I just saw this thing.
ko tiang ken
Therefore, it must be true.
ko ye ken ka le ya yi
It all comes down
ye ken era nyu ke to
to say whatever I teach must be true because I'm the Lord's anointed.
ken ye la nyu na le kien to ri ga la pyu na le kien an ke ran tin le loy kuna ya ni tin le loy ke kri ben pyu ben yen ke yi
And that is spiritualism.
ko ken dor ja ra
You need to be aware of that.
ko bang ni ti ye ken bang ni
If we teach something
na no ke pyu ku
and it's true,
ko ye yi
you might say, well, because they taught this, they must be a symbol of this angel.
ki mi ja la ko je jam na le kien a chan wo che ken pyu ki yen ka ya ke de malaika
That's fair enough.
ken apet
But to say I'm the angel,
wa chan ba ja le na ke malaika
and therefore whatever I do, wherever I go, it must be true,
chẳng bao giờ bên nào này kia thì anh là tin bên của kia bên nhà lối bên ấy yên cái gì
is spiritualistic.
xin cái này đuổi giờ đấy
Let's pray.
lên lên
Heavenly Father, we thank you for your goodness. We ask and pray that you would be with us and bless us. Father, in the meditation study of your word, may we not be afraid to study, to speak, and to question. Lord, we know that there are different ways of asking questions, some to inquire, some to trap. May each of us remain pure in heart, mind, and spirit. Lord, I pray for wisdom and understanding for every one of us kneeling before you, so that we might have the ability to discern between that which is true methodology and that which is foolishness and scaremongering and the straw man technique. Give us wisdom and bless us, we pray in Jesus' name.